Hey Aquarius, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a reading for you for October. It is Mercury retrograde as I'm recording this. We are coming to the end. We're almost over it, right? Couple more days. Has it been affecting anyone else? I got this shirt that I'm wearing specifically for Mercury retrograde. Check it out. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. And yet he's fried. That's how I feel with this Mercury retrograde just been. Yeah, it's been trying. But it's almost over, so hopefully the energy is shifting. So let's find out what is in store for you, Aquarius, for this month. Try and move a little bit closer. Sorry, my setup, I'm still in the same house. I'm supposed to be moving, but yeah, you know, it's not the right time, I guess. So I am using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle for the top cards. Apparently we're doing 4 columns. I swear I normally do 3, but I've been drawn to use 4 this time, so it's pretty cool. And I'm doing the same layout using the Everyday Witch Tarot as the main deck, where I'm doing energy what now and where we're going. It all makes sense as I'm reading. But yeah, I used this for last month and I actually kind of really like it. I was just drawn to do it. I just intuitively read and I go with what I'm drawn to. Sometimes it will not make sense to some people, but it makes sense to me and hopefully it comes out well in the readings. But yeah, interesting. So the Two of Cups just kind of spun around. So when I get to that, I'm quite interested what that will mean for you, Aquarius. Okay, first card. Interesting, this came up for Libra as well. It's the Camel Boy. So small steps and asking for help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. I definitely get the sense for this one where that could be your asset during this time to wherever you're going, because I feel like you are trying to carve a path towards a specific intention. I'm sorry if my camera has been twisted. The cats keep jumping on the video and on the window and it moves the camera, so it's not straight. I apologize. Anyway, you're trying to carve a specific path or a specific intention. I feel like the whole point of this is not rushing into something. It's about taking your time. But keep blowing that pipe to attract what you want. Keep trying, keep asking. Ask for help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like Aquarius, this is something you're very hesitant with. It feels as though I feel like this is very personal to you, which makes it vulnerable. I feel like you have no problem asking for help. However, for things like this, you do. And so ask for help. Go for it. That will be a benefit, an asset, is what I feel like for you. And let someone else take the lead as well. I get this sense of you wanting to be in control. The only thing is, like, I feel like that's perhaps where you failed in the past, because there's this thing about controlling it. If you want something to work out for you, definitely kind of lean on other people, but allow another person to take the lead. I get this sense here. So if you look at the imagery, so the boy is blowing his whistle. He is potentially in control of this camel, right? But no, the camel is the helper. If he couldn't get where he wanted to go, if the camel wasn't taken the way. It is cloudy, it is stormy, so the boy will not see where he's going, but the camel has to still direct, has to take charge, right? And I'm getting this sense for you is like, kind of trust that somebody else can take you where you need to go. You do not have to be the one that's fully in control of this. And Aquarius, I feel like that is big for you because you like control. You like to be the one that achieves all that you achieve by yourself. But don't, because this is self-imposed. We have the Hangman as the first one. I feel like you're very happy being like that. But this is the energy you're in now. You have somewhere to go. You have a direction. You have desires that you want. But you are stuck in your stubbornness. This is what I'm getting from the Hangman for you. It is telling me that as though you feel as though you have everything you need to get to where you want to go. So even though you know you need the other people and you may ask them, it's kind of like as though you just will not allow anybody else really to kind of take the credit. So it's all about struggle for you, and this is self-imposed and stubbornness. So be aware of that. This very much, I'm getting the theme so far, especially for the air signs. I've only done Libra and now you. I'm starting with the air signs because it's Libra new moon right now. And for the air signs, I'm getting this sense of needing to realize your hinders. And this could be the stubbornness. This could be the need to control. It's being stuck and feeling as though, I'm happy to be here. I'm content. That's fine. But if you want better, if you want more, you need to be better. You need to be more. And this comes with seeing yourself, truly seeing yourself, and not just be blind and thinking, I have got where I am now today by being who I am. Are you happy with who you are? Are you happy with where you are? If you are, continue being who you want to be. But if you're not, things need to change. Energy needs to shift. And like we are humans, you see, society tells us, be in a box, do what you gotta do. It's a hard life, but it doesn't have to be, right? This is something that you need to realize. Energy is supposed to change. It's supposed to shift and move and be allowed freedom. If you are keeping things stuck a certain way, then you're not getting that freedom. And I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. So the energy this is taking you, where are you going from this? The Page of Pentacles. I love a page. And again, Libra had a page here. It was the Page of Wands. You have the Page of Pentacles. This is about, I'm getting the sense of you wanting to attract prosperity here. And this is the thing. I feel like that you are stuck in your ways in terms of finance, whether it be a good thing or a negative thing. You could be somebody who is really on top of your finances all the time and over controlling, overbearing with it. Or you could be somebody who really lets go of finances way too easy. But I'm getting this sense of it being kind of the reason of your drive, what you're driving towards, what this column means for you. There are directions to take. Now, I'm leaning more towards the allowing money to slip from your hands kind of way of what I'm getting from this page specifically for you. There is somebody who can show you better ways of doing it if you allow them in. And again, that's what I felt up top, asking for help. And there's someone who could show you better. And if you do take their wisdom, it can be very beneficial to you. But you have to be ready. Now the page is about taking an adventure, doing new things, and kind of going out with a perspective that's kind of innocent. It's new, it's challenging, but it's exciting. You're taking a leap out into the real world rather than being stuck in the one you're already currently in. It's about movement, it's about change, and being willing to accept that. There is a map in front of this guy, this Page of Pentacles, in front of this page. He's going forward with this map, and it's as though going into the unknown. Anything is possible, right? And you, by letting go of that hanged man stuck in a tree kind of nonsense of being stubborn and thinking, you know what? Anything's possible. I can change. Because you can. Because you're just an energy, right? Energy shifts and changes. You can change. Because it's within you, is what I want to say, actually. This feels exciting. So if you allow yourself, I feel like it's exciting things ahead for you. Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving, withholding. And this is exactly what I felt with that Page of Pentacles. I get this sense of this give and take, losing money, gaining money. I want to say be wiser, be smarter with this area. This is where we have the twos. You have a Two of Pentacles and you have a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, I will get to that when I get to that, because it was spiraling. When I put it down on the table, the Two of Cups was doing this, right? Which is kind of crazy. But we'll get to that when we get to that. See what the Lady of the Gift. So you are very blessed during this time. I feel like you have a gift of abundance. Like you find it quite easy to kind of get what you need. However, I feel as though you are not able to really harness it because, again, I get this sense of too much something, too much excess. I am getting this sense of blowing money, like here she is blowing. This could be blessings, but again, without him throwing the pentacle out of his hand, I feel as though it's just throwing good things away. You're throwing away your blessings. And it's all because of how you choose to be stubborn in a way. I feel as though, I want to say, I get this sense of stubbornness where it's like, I am who I am, and I'm not going to be any different. And that's not going to change anything, you know, if we just think that I am who I am. Well, those people don't get more. They just get what they've got, right? I feel like that's something for you to ponder on yourself. It's kind of like, if I do stay as I am I going to get what I want? If I do change something, is that going to get me? Can I get there fast? And I feel like your answers are going to be, if I stay stubborn, no, I'm not going to get where I want to be. And I am going to be exactly where I am now, which is not where I want to be. But if I do allow myself to change, if I do understand that I am capable, because you are, Aquarius, you really are, like, yeah, I actually can see it happening, and I can see how that would happen quite quickly. And I feel like that thought process alone, it comes with self, it comes with acknowledgement of realizing that yes, you are capable of so much, because I get this sense of being very easily capable of doing exactly what you need to do. But it is all a choice every time. Everything you do, everything we all do, and we don't always realize this. I feel like so many of us go, oh, I didn't really have a choice. There's always a choice. Even like for people who disrespect people, they think that, oh, I didn't have a choice. You have a choice of how you treat people. You have a choice of how you respond to things. You have a choice. Because if you were too tired and you reacted the way you were acted, you had a choice to rest more, to not have that career that's driving you into the grave, right? It's a choice. You make your choices. If you want to attract something, you got to change those choices if it's not what you're attracting. I feel like being tough love with you, Aquarius. I can see my mom voice coming on, like, come on, step up. My kids are only young, but still. It's like a mom voice. I feel like just being like, no, come on, you got this. Two of Pentacles. So again, this is the energy you're in now. Two of Pentacles is a really great card, and it is about receiving and giving, and that's what the Lady of Gift represents as well. It's about kind of, I feel as though you're attracting an abundance, attracting a prosperity, so it is a very great time to be harnessing that and channel it where you need it. Again, I get the sense of changing what you do. So again, if there are those of you watching who are the opposite to what I'm saying, and you are more of in control of your finances and you don't allow yourself to live, this is about changing that. But it just gets a kind of sense of changing, shifting. It is a the Two of Pentacles to me always represents balance. I mean, she stood on this seesaw, it's balanced, and but what I'm getting drawn to is the yin yang, kind of, not yin yang, the freaking out. I cannot think of the words, so I'll show you. This eternity kind of symbol. I can't find my words, sorry guys. And it's like making changes to keep the flow going right. I feel like you are not flowing like in this eternal way. To me, I feel like it's blocked. So you're going back on yourself. So if I was to take half of that away, this is what it feels like to me. I feel like you have, for example, this is how I'll say it because how it's coming through to me. You have income, it goes out. You have income, it goes out. It should be, you have income, you spend it where it's needed, but it's gone into saving, and it's flowing back. You get more income. And it's like a balance of that. You can still spend, you can still enjoy your life, but it's about limiting the outgoing because it's excess. There's something excess here for you. Now, if this was the opposite, if you are controlling, I mean, you know, it's coming in. It's not going anywhere. There's more coming in. What is this for? Why do you feel the need to kind of keep this? You come in, you spend some, goes out. It's this flow of life. It flows better. It creates this kind of cause and effect that is more universally balanced. And I feel like this is what you're craving. This is the energy you're in. It's creating that balance. I feel like this is what you're desiring. This is what you want. But it feels very mentally like this is something really internal for yourself, that you need to see yourself, see who you are. And that does feel like a theme, specifically for air signs as well. See yourself. Acknowledge what needs to change. So next we come to this Two of Cups. And I feel like actually, yeah, it's like how you want this to how this will filter out in your life. So by creating that balance of the energy you're in now, actually harnessing this time, this is a great time for you to be doing this. So by actually making and putting in the work there, you get this Two of Cups energy. So I'm going to read it in reverse because that's where it stopped first. So it's kind of like, I feel as though this represents that desire to not just be letting go of things as easy as you might do in some areas. It's like, for example, having control of something means that you cannot enjoy life. It's being restricted in areas. And I feel like you feel very restricted in the life that you've created for yourself, in the life that you're in now. This is why I feel like there's something in you that wants different to what you have. And I get this very kind of feeling of unhappiness in how you are right now in this moment. And it's not like you're unhappy with life, necessarily. It just feels as though you're unhappy with where you are now, and that you are desiring and craving something better, something more. And I feel like for those of the that do attract a lot, that do have a lot, you're very good at what you do and you create a lot of abundance for yourself. I feel as though it's like it's temporary though. There's something there that's lacking, and that you want more. And this is the energy that it changes. We have this spiraling. It's like no longer will you feel that lack of where you're lacking in the area. So if it is social life that you're lacking, it's like by balancing and spending, allowing yourself that freedom, that downtime, you are allowing yourself to no longer feel the lack in that area because you're heading towards that. In the upright position, again, it's about love. It's about connection. It's saying that you will have that. You'll not only have the love and connection, you will also have that more worries of that lack of something you crave and desire, and it feels hungry. I feel like you are hungry for this now. It's like you've had enough of wanting something. And I feel like I keep saying something because I feel like this is multi-layered, like an individual to whoever's watching Aquarius. It's like hungry for something, either love or wanting stability, like a home, or wanting, and it could be all of this as well, and wanting a career that's kind of bringing you stability in your life, no longer that what's happening next week and will I, won't I. I feel like this is all this, and it comes down to security under all. We want security in relationships, we want security in our career, we want security in our social life. I feel like you want balance. You want it all. And you can have it. You can have it all. I'm here to tell you, you know, you can have it all. But it does come with changing things. You will not get it all by continuing the way that you are. Plain and simple. Okay, pay attention to this one. It's the only one reversed in the keyword column. The Horse King, assistance and control. Totally feel like you are very controlling in anything that will get you to where you want to go. Like I feel like you feel like you're the only person that is trustworthy, okay? Is what I want to say with this. Assistance. Help. People are there to assist you in life. We are not creatures of loneliness. And that's coming from me, who's a very lonely individual in the life that I've built for myself so far, right? We are not creatures that are supposed to be alone. We're community animals that thrive on being around other people. We have been built up in our society of learning to not trust. Now, that's not the life we want to live in, right? If it's not, because it's not, none of us want to live in a world where we don't trust anybody. It comes with being an example. Trust and lean on people. That really can be a great asset. Look at anybody who has made it in the area that you aspire to be in. Look at somebody who you can envy. How did they get there? Did they get there by being stubborn, by being controlling? For the most part, the answer is probably going to be no, because they probably got there from the help of other people. And I want an example. Elon Musk, right? He's not a genius, literally by IQ standards. He's the average IQ. Yet he's a genius because he is built up, because he knows who to talk to, what to do to get to where he's going, and that meant other people. You cannot be someone great if you are only going to think you can do it alone, because very rarely is there anyone at the top that did it by being alone. Presidents and things, they are where they are. Politicians, they're where they are because people have supported them to get them into a position where they even are in a place of leadership to be voted in democracy, etc., to have the support. And again, support of the country is what got them into their seat. Nobody gets anywhere of stature alone. Nobody. Okay? Because even if we think of our king and queens, they might be born into their position, but if they do not have the support of their country, they're very easily replaced with yet another person who is born into that place, who might be more fitting in the eyes of the majority vote of those that are influential. But what I'm saying is there's absolutely no person that's got to where they are alone. People in love, they don't get that relationship alone. It's two, it's a unity. And again, for the most part, they probably met them from someone else, or by being sociable, they were able to make that connection with someone, by having hobbies. It's all about other people, it's connections. We are beings who are very connected through energy, which is what I'm saying. Shift the energy, change something. I feel like I rambled on a little bit there, Aquarius. Interesting. That's what happens when I get this kind of passionate feeling within me. So the energy you're in now with this one, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So definitely this sense of not being in control. I feel like this is the thing. I feel like even though you are a being that feels very much controlling in where you're at in life, I feel like you feel like you're not in control as well. And this is what it is. It's like, even though you are very controlling, I want you to understand this, that's what's coming through this reading, of being very, very controlling in this area. And that just keeps coming to me. So really do pay attention to, as I'm saying that, being controlling. How can you apply that to yourself? Can you really see it? Drop the stubbornness and really see, where am I controlling? And that's something that needs to shift and change. And it's not about releasing all control. It's about changing the control. But yes, so the energy you're in with this is, I feel like you feel as though you're not in control, actually. And it's emotionally. I feel as though emotionally you feel kind of all over the place. Like you don't know how to feel about this, that you're not able to nurture something. And I feel like this is where I think I touched on earlier, about feeling as though you're not capable of either change or not capable of doing something. It's as though you're, again, stuck in your ways, saying, I can't nurture this into existence. And I want you to really realizing that you can. And again, it's looking at where you're at. Yes, it might have been too intense, too controlling in areas, but you have got yourself to that space. It's now about evolving and being able to create something bigger, something more suitable to what you want in this stage of your lifetime. And I do actually, for you, I get this sense of looking forward, because like with Libra, it was like, look now. And again, you did get this told to slow down, baby steps. This is a journey you're going on and an adventure. But again, the sense of things coming to the place pretty quickly. And it all comes with a switch of something. And I guess I just want to tell you, like, you are capable. You can do this. You can do whatever you want, actually, Aquarius. That's what I want to say to you. I feel like you really have this ability to manifest exactly what you desire, but it comes with self and your belief, and letting go of any self-imposed feels. I actually have just been drawn to this card up in the corner, which is going to touch on that when we get to it. But let's see where we're going with this energy first. Page of Cups. Again, you've got a page. You're on a journey, you're traveling. The Page of Cups is much more creative energy. So by shifting and getting out of your head and thinking you can't do something and realizing you can, this creates this creative energy of creating and building something. And I feel like it's a time for you to kind of get excited and really see the prospects of what's ahead of you and what you can create when you put your mind to it. And it's about letting go of something, putting down the tools that you thought were better for you. And this, again, control is coming through to me for this. Like, sometimes if you're so controlling of something, you don't realize by letting down the guard with that control opens you up to so many possibilities. And I feel like that will make you actually feel more in control, because you really see that what that's attracting by letting other people help, by letting people have control in areas where you have kept that. You realize actually that brings you so much more abundance, more fulfillment is what I want to say, actually. Remember, abundance is not just financial. Abundance is all that we desire. It's love, it's relationships, it's happiness. Abundance is what we want. It's like, yay, it's something in large amounts, and it's joy, it's happiness. And that's why I feel like by letting someone else take control of something, perhaps you need someone else to be in control of your finances, like a partner. If you've been too controlling in that, somebody else actually having control might be exactly what you need. If you are somebody that struggles with being able to save and being able to actually pay bills on time, or allow something to sit in your bank, let somebody else be the one who takes care of that. If you're in a partnership, you're in it together. You're not giving control to someone else, because you are both, like, it's like being one person when you're in a unity. And this again comes with that Two of Pentacles. I always see this as when you look at it as a relationship, it's both of you have key roles in your life, but when one person does something, you're both doing it. So if you are, for example, if you are throwing money away as soon as it comes in, you're doing that to the other person, because you're a union, right? When you're in a relationship, you're a union. And I feel like a lot of couples don't understand this. They think that's my money, that's his money. And maybe it works for some people, but it doesn't create a unity. It creates two individuals just kind of sitting together. That's my opinion on that, not necessarily guidance, but I do feel like that. When you're a community, when you're a family, it's about being as one. And sometimes one of you is just better at something than the other's not. That's where you complement each other. That's why you're supposed to see the asset in the people around you. So keep that in mind, Aquarius. Okay, the next card, the Prism Wave. Self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. This is a card of lack. It's feeling as though you don't have something. The fact that this is poverty consciousness and self-sabotage, I feel that this is a massive theme for you, Aquarius, at the moment, is really based on prosperity and their lack of, or the feeling as though you don't have enough and you must get more and all that kind of jazz. It's self-imposed imprisonment. It's a stubbornness that you are putting upon yourself, and that's what you're telling the universe you want. Because if you're saying this is what is, it is what is. Yeah, the universe saying, okay, that's what you want. I'll give you struggles. We'll stay in that self-sabotage. It's all about how you think and what you put out into the universe. And I definitely get this sense, again, of realizing your vulnerability in this area and lean on those who are actually trustworthy, loyal, and beneficial to where you want to be in this time in your life. And then the energy you're in with this, it's Death card. You are ready to let go of this energy. Yes, Aquarius, that's what we want. I want you to be ready. This is signifying you're closing a chapter and coming into a new. The Death card is literally letting go. It's a death of something, right? People feel the Death card like they think, oh, someone's going to die. But no. Yes, it can signify that in some readings. However, it's not. It's generally a very positive card because it means that you are letting go of something and you're inviting the new in. It's the death of something that has to die in order for something else to be born. And this is what I want for you. I kind of want you to let go of something very much self-imposed. And it's going to be hard because it's something that you hold close to yourself and you are so stubborn to kind of acknowledge that it's a problem. But you're in the sense of being ready for that. And I want you to take that step of realization and really scrutinize yourself. And this, you see, I feel, Aquarius, you could very easily go into this lack energy because when you are scrutinizing yourself, it comes as a very negative connotation and you kind of, oh, I am really rubbish at that. And you own all these negative, toxic vibes. Like, yeah, I'm useless at saving. I'm useless at being a supportive partner, and I'm useless. No. It's like saying, yes, I do need to be more attentive. I do need to be, like, you're pointing a positive it's kind of something to work towards. It's a challenge, or it's, I am capable of that. I want you to change the way that you think. And again, it comes with like letting go. But I kind of feel like analyzing and realizing that's what you do. Because I feel like a lot of your issues are, and I feel like I'm saying issues, but it's not issues, but a lot of things that are hindering you, it's just self-doubt. It's that lack of self-worth. From whatever reason this has come up for you in your life, it just feels very relevant during this time to face that and let it go. And again, okay, interesting. So the final cards are where you're going with this letting go of. It's facing the devil. The devil is about bad habits. And this is the vibe I've been getting. I feel like you have bad habits. And it's about letting go of that. Anything that's toxic to you, again, it's facing it. It's seeing it. It's not brushing it under the table and saying it just is what it is, or it's not even that big a deal. I'm totally in control of it. Like, it's facing it and realizing that, okay, no, it is controlling me. It is something that needs to change. It's the energy that has to shift. And this feels very actually productive because I feel like, again, you are acknowledging, you are realizing, and that's great. By doing that, you are bringing prosperity, so you will reap the rewards there, and you are bringing abundance. You are able to enjoy things without that over your shoulder, and it comes by letting people in, the right people. I want you to realize who that right people and wrong people are as well, because I feel like you may allow influence of negative people into you possibly as well for some of you. It's not for all of you. I feel like some of you trust the wrong people, and kind of might even villainize the right people because they've tried telling you what to do. But they're the ones that want to help you, right? They're the ones that are trustworthy, or else they would just tell you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. And that is the reality of life. People that tell you things that make you feel mad are often the people that are just trying to help you because they want you to see it and they want you to improve. And they're often people that are family, right? So realize people that love you are not out to hurt you, but sometimes they have to say things to hurt you because you're hurting yourself without realizing. I hope that makes sense to you, Aquarius. This is quite heavy, but positive, because it is all leading to this shift and this change. It is feeling very productive. It's feeling very rewarding. So awesome, Aquarius. Thank you so much. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next month. Thank you, guys.